Hello, I'm Patricio Munoz, and here's another quick Photoshop video tutorial. Cropping. Hey, how you doing? In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use the crop tool. Here I have a picture of my wife and daughter, and I'm just going to isolate their faces in this example using the crop tool. The crop tool is right over here. You can either access it by clicking on this icon or pressing the letter C. And as you can see, my cursor is now changed to the crop tool icon. And if I click and drag on the image, it'll create marching ants. So I'm going to click, drag, and highlight their faces. I'm going to let go. Boom. What the crop tool has done is it's darkened the outer area, and this is telling me that once I hit apply, I'm going to get rid of all the stuff on the outside and leave you with just the content in the center. And that's essentially how the crop tool works. So I'm just going to adjust it, and you can adjust it by clicking and dragging on any of the corners, and you can even rotate it as well. I'll show you that in a second. So let's try that. So what the crop tool is going to do here, so it acts like a cookie cutter essentially. It'll get rid of all the outside stuff. It'll rotate what I've got here and align it and make it nice and straight and leave me with just that as the resulting image. So I'm going to hit apply. You can either apply or commit by clicking on the check mark here, or you can double click on the selected area. I'm just going to hit the check mark. Boom. So this is what I'm left with. Now the crop tool is going to remove all the content on the outside area. So if later on I decide maybe I want to shift this image over to the right or left or whatever, I'm not going to be able to, because you can see I don't have any content left. So what I'm going to do is show you another way to still use the crop tool, but to still retain all this information that the crop tool gets rid of. That's just the way the crop tool works. But let's just go into history. We'll go right back to the beginning. So here we are back to the original photograph. There we go. We'll get the crop tool again. Oh, wait. Before we crop, what I'm going to do is select the image in the layers window. I'm going to right click on it and go convert to smart objects. What that is essentially doing is it's embedding that layer almost like a Photoshop document within a Photoshop document. So it's going to remember all that information. It's a really handy tool. I use this all the time. So now if I go ahead and use the crop tool and do the same thing as I've done before, I'm going to isolate their faces. Maybe I'll rotate it a little bit as well. There we go. And then I'm going to hit apply or commit. Boom. So there, now I have the same kind of setup as I had before. I'm going to select the move tool, but if I want, I still have information around. So, and that's because I made this into a smart object. So, I still cropped everything out. I changed the image size, but I have data on the outside. So that's a way to get past that. And that's essentially the crop tool. It's a very powerful tool. I use it all the time. It's a great tool, and it's very easy to use. So there you go, the crop tool. Thanks for watching this quick Photoshop video tutorial. I'm Patricio Munoz, and I hope you found this one useful. If you would like to see more, please visit my website at pmunoz.com. That's PAMUNOZ.com.